from Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, two powers in professional football meet for the first time ever as members of the new American Football Conference of the National Football League. The New York Jets, led by the passing wizardry of Joe Namath, and the Cleveland Browns, led by the power running of Leroy Kelly. This ABC Sports Exclusive is brought to you by Marlboro Filter Cigarettes. Come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro Country. By Ford and your Ford dealer, who invite you to come in and test drive the 1971 Fords, the cars with the better ideas. And by Goodyear, the only makers of long-wearing polyglass tires.
It is a hot, sultry, almost windless night here at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, where the Browns will play host to the New York Jets. And here at midfield on the gridiron itself, as we await the opening kickoff, we will see two teams, two of the outstanding teams in professional football. Each accorded a chance to reach the Super Bowl, each an Eastern Division champion in its respective league a year ago. Good evening, everyone. I'm Howard. Welcome to ABC's Monday night primetime National Football League television series. As you already know, each team has a superstar. The extraordinary running back, number 44, Leroy Kelly of the Browns. The premier quarterback, number 12, Joe Willie Namath of the Jets. And with us right now at midfield are, first to my right, middle linebacker, defensive captain of the New York Jets, number 62, Al Atkinson. And to my left, and both men are understandably tight and nervous at this moment, for the quarterback already alluded to, number 12, Broadway Joe Namath. Quickly, first to you, Al. You said you wanted to tell the people something.
Well, the only thing I want to tell the people is that I'm glad that Joe Willie's back with us. And our only purpose right now is to go ahead and win all the games and be in that Super Bowl and win it in January.
Good luck to you, Al, and thank you for stopping by. Now let's move over to Joe Willie Namath. And Joe, you've only had 6 quarters of preseason action this year. I suppose you're far from happy with your timing.
Well, the timing has come along pretty good, Howard, over the last couple of weeks. Naturally, it wasn't there last week and the week before, but I think right now at this stage we're ready.
Of course, Weeb Eubank has characterized this Jets team, Joe, as superior even to the Super Bowl champions of January 12, 1969. Do you agree?
No, I don't, but I hope Weeb's right. At this stage, it's too difficult to tell. I'm not trying to argue with Weeb. Like I said, I hope he's right, but the 68 team proved itself, and the 70 team has to prove itself, I believe.
Final question, Joe, from the films you've studied, your evaluation of the Browns as an opponent.
Well, naturally, they've been one of the most consistent teams in the NFL over the years. They're a very difficult football team to run on at times, but we kind of think we can beat them tonight. They run a lot of zone coverage. They don't like to give up the big play, the long touchdown pass, and we'll see what we can do about it, you know?
You'll test them anyway with Maynard a few times, I'm sure.
Maynard or Castor or Sauer or Bell. We'll try it.
Good luck to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Howard.
Joe Willie Namath. And now I'd like you to meet the man who will be doing the play-by-play in our Monday night series. Crisp, knowledgeable, authoritative, a veteran at his trade, Keith Jackson. And Keith, I take it you'll be pointing up some of the rookies who'll be performing here tonight.
Well, Howard, we sure have a lot of them in professional football this year. You know, when the final rosters were submitted on this first weekend of action for the National Football League, there were 181 rookies, 97 of them in the American Football Conference. And we're going to see 3 rookies start here tonight. The Cleveland Browns will start at defensive tackle, a rookie from Oklahoma State, Jerry Shirk. The New York Jets are going to start 3 rookies, if you can believe that, 3 of them. Defensive end Mark Lomas of Northern Arizona, and the 2 cornerbacks will both be rookies, Early Thomas of Colorado State and Steve Tannen of Florida. So we should have a lot of fun tonight watching these kids get their first taste of real professional football action.
Thank you, Keith. And, of course, there is another member of our broadcast team. He is, you understand, our Monday evening quarterback. Once he was a Sunday afternoon quarterback in professional football. He proved his courage every single Sunday, indomitable in his purpose, the determination grim, wearing the uniform of the Dallas Cowboys, number 17. We want you to see him, Don Meredith, as he used to be.
Now for the reset! Left it! Hut, hut!
Dandy Don Meredith, how does it feel to review the glories of yesteryear?
How do you know y'all were going to do that? Nobody told me that. I was all set to tell you about these two quarterbacks that were going to... I'm going to do it anyway. I want to tell you about Bill Nelson with the Browns and Joe Namath with the New York Jets. In my opinion, they're both leaders, but they do lead in a different way. Bill Nelson is a consistent leader of the Cleveland Browns, who have been known in the past 2 decades as probably the most consistent football team in football. He utilizes a fine running game with more than an adequate core of receivers. On Joe Namath's side, you've got a fella who can do things which his team feels no one but Joe Willie can do. And you know what? It might be interesting to think, I don't think Nelson could do quite as good a job with the Jets as he is with the Browns, nor do I think Namath could do quite as good a job with the Browns as he can with the Jets. So aren't we lucky? The Browns have got Nelson and the Jets have got Namath. Let's watch them.
And we'll do exactly that, Dandy Don. And, of course, pregame activities are over here in Municipal Stadium in Cleveland. We'll be back with the opening kickoff right after this message.
The New York Jets, Joe Namath and Al Atkinson standing there, wearing the green tonight on the road at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The home team, the Cleveland Browns, will be wearing white. We're going to play this football game tonight to open the season for both these two fine teams on real grass. The co-captains, Leroy Kelly of the Cleveland Browns and Jim Houston, middle linebacker, go to the center of the field with the referee Norm Schechter, Joe Namath, and Al Atkinson, the offensive and defensive captains, coming to the center of the field for the Jets. The indication of which team had won the toss a half an hour ago. And the New York Jets will be receiving. The Cleveland Browns will be kicking off. And these two teams, as Howard Cosell noted for you at the outset, each of them considered prime material for the Super Bowl, each of them having fine football teams. The Jets in the Eastern Division of the American Football Conference, the Cleveland Browns in the Central Division of the American Football Conference. Going deep for the New York Jets, number 40 is Mike Battle, and number 37 is George Knox. They are the receivers. Teeing it up to kick it off for the white-clad Cleveland Browns is Don Cockcroft, who does both the place kicking and the punting. And he is one of the few gentlemen still in the game who do both. The crowd expected to be in excess of 80,000. They're still coming in, and I think they will go past the 80,000 mark. And this game is underway on ABC. Cockcroft knocks it to Battle at the 5-yard line. Mike Battle getting some fine blocking, wedged it out at the 25 and then broke it up to the 34-yard line before Freddie Summers came in to make the tackle for the Cleveland Browns. And now let's check the Jets offensively for you. At quarterback will be number 12. That is Joe Namath. The setbacks will be Emerson Boozer, number 32, and Matt Snell, number 41. The wide receivers, Don Maynard, number 13, and George Sauer, 83. The center is number 52, John Schmidt. And here is the first play of the ball game at the 34-yard line, Jets 1st and 10.
Come on, D, let's go!
Matt Snell. He's at the 36 for 2 yards, 2nd down and 8, coming up, brought down by the left linebacker for Cleveland, number 50, John Garlington. Let's check the Jets' offensive line. On the left side for the Jets will be number 75, Winston Hill, Randy Rasmussen, number 66 at guard, Dave Herman, number 67 on the right side of center, and Roger Finney, number 61 at right tackle. George Sauer is wide to the left, and Don Maynard wide to the right. Snell and Boozer set. This time it's Emerson Boozer. He's across the 40. He's at the 41-yard line. This series started on the 34. They've now picked up about 7 yards. 3rd down and 3 coming up. Walter Johnson and John Garlington making the tackle for the Cleveland Browns. Along the front for the defensive Browns, number 72 is the rookie Jerry Shirk of Oklahoma State. 71 is Walter Johnson. The defensive ends are Ron Snido, number 88, and Jack Gregory, number 81, on the right side. Third down and about 3 for the New York Jets in the first offensive series of the game. Namath to throw. Swings it to Snell, and he drops it. It was a forward pass, incomplete. The Jets will have 4th and 3 coming up. So the Cleveland defense holds in the first defensive series. Walt Sumner, number 29, is dropping back, and joining him is Leroy Kelly, number 44, Steve O'Neill, who averaged better than 44 yards a kick, back in punt formation for the Jets, and whistles stop it before they get the snap of the ball away. The Jets are assessed 5 yards for illegal procedure. So that moves Steve O'Neill back to the 20, where he'll hit the punt from about the 25 as he strides into it. A single-man rush. The kick is away, not too deep. Hits for the sideline, hits on the chalk, and it is out of bounds in the vicinity of the 30-yard line. Not a typical Steve O'Neill punt. And so the Cleveland Browns will get the football for the first time. See what they can do with it behind quarterback Bill Nelson. The setbacks will be, and now they're coming back upfield on the penalty flag thrown on the far side. A penalty against the New York Jets. Illegal touching of the punt, or the kick ball, by the New York Jets. So the Browns get good field position, first down and 10 from the 45. Nelson, the quarterback, with Leroy Kelly, 44, and Bo Scott, 35, set behind him. Gary Collins wide to the right. Nelson back to throw. Goes over the middle to his tight end, Milt Morin, number 89. And he is in New York territory, brought down at the 44-yard line, and W.K. Hicks comes out of the secondary to make the tackle. Now, we made the point earlier that we're going to see a lot of rookies playing football tonight. Remember, both cornerbacks for the New York Jets are rookies. Steve Tannen, number 21, and Earlie Thomas, number 45, and there is Weave Eubank, the head man of the New York Jets. Gary Collins, number 86, wide receiver to the right side. Bear Hooker, number 43, wide to the left. This time the ball is given to the fullback, Bo Scott, by Bill Nelson, and he is hit in the middle, hit hard by Mark Lomas, and coming from the middle linebacking position to help out, Al Atkinson. So the Browns go to the air, get a first down. Now it'll be second down and about 10.
We should make the point, Keith, that number 89, Milton Morin, one of the better tight ends in pro football, will be one of Nelson's prime targets tonight. He's the primary responsibility of Jim Hudson, number 22, the strong safety. And Hudson comes off knee surgery. Nelson will want to test Hudson's knees.
The Browns shifting out of the I formation, the power I, sending Hooker wide to the left side. And they go to Kelly up the middle. And on the left side blocking of John DeMare. He found some daylight, and he takes the ball to the New York Jets 35-yard line before Verlin Biggs makes the tackle for the Jets. It'll be third down and about 3 yards to go for Cleveland at the New York 35. Along the line for the Browns, Dick Shafrath, number 70. Joe Trafoni, number 62, the offensive tackle. DeMare, 65, and Gene Hickerson, 66, the guards, and the center is Fred Hoagland. Bill Nelson is the quarterback. Third down and a long 3, and they go to Kelly, and he is close to the first down. First down, Cleveland, and listen to a crowd of more than 80,000 roar.
Bill Nelson told the three of us yesterday, you'll remember, that they were going to find out in a hurry if the Jets could really stop the run the way they're reputed to be able to do. He said, I don't see how, with our offensive guard and with Leroy Kelly running, they can stop us.
Along the defensive front for the Jets, it's Lomas. And Biggs it is. Thompson and Elliott in the middle. Leroy Kelly, no daylight that time from the 31-yard line. As the New York Jets bench.
Come on, baby, come on now, Ken, come on now. Second 11, early second 11.
Second down. And about 11 yards as Kelly lost a yard. Ball at the New York 31. Nelson to throw. Swings it out to Bo Scott, the fullback. A wall of blockers in front of him. He is at the 10-yard line before he is belted out of bounds. It was W.K. Hicks that saved the touchdown.
This is what you call doing one of the things that you do best. This is a quick screen out to Bo Scott, number 35. You'll see the entire offensive line of Cleveland out in front. I really don't see why it didn't go all the way. Grantham made a great move, number 60, to come in. Atkinson finally got over and stopped it. It was a beautifully moved, beautifully executed play.
21 yards on the play. Great block to lead it by Dick Shafrath. First down. Cleveland, New York, 10-yard line. The ball right on the 10. Scott and Kelly set behind Nelson. It is Scott, the fullback. He is at the 9. Berlin Biggs has him high. Steve Thompson has him low. Second down. Cleveland's ball. New York, 9-yard line. Second down, in effect, goal. It might be that they could possibly get a first down without scoring, but it would be so close it would hardly matter. Kelly at the 7. He is hit hard by Ralph Baker, number 51, linebacker. Into the ball game for the New York Jets. One of the fine tackles, one of the regulars along that front wall, and you want to watch number 80 tonight. He's a good one. John Elliott, not one of the biggest men along the defensive wall in pro football, but certainly one of the quickest. The ball is closer to the 8-yard line. It is third down. And goal to go for Cleveland. This time Collins and Hooker both go to the left side, the wide receiver. Nelson to throw. Throws for Collins, touchdown. And Collins beat Early Thomas for the touchdown.
Let's take a look at this touchdown pass. You'll see Bear Hooker running an out pattern, number 43. Slight confusion by the rookie Early Thomas. Collins made a great move in for the touchdown. He's made a lot of those.
And Don Cockcroft out of Mike Fifth's hole knocks the point straight through. And the Cleveland Browns go 55 yards in 9 plays to lead it. You're watching NFL Monday Night Football with timeout our score. Cleveland 7, the New York Jets nothing.
Let's take a look at this.
On the left side of your screen, number 37. That is George Knock. On the right, number 40, Mike Battle. The deep man for the New York Jets is Don Cockcroft. Number 12 kicks it off for the Cleveland Browns. The Browns lead 7-0, leading in the first quarter with 7:55 to go. It is Knock at the 5. And he is drilled at the 25. Let's take another look at the touchdown from the end zone.
This is... Hope we can get an opportunity to see a down and empty. You see Leroy Kelly, number 44, going to take Grantham with him. It's really a very simple down and in pattern. Collins coming in from the outside. Actually, there's just a little confusion in the defensive backs. It looked like Thomas ran in W.K. Hicks as he was trying to come in and cover Gary Collins. You need all the help you can get when you cover Collins.
Back to live action now, and we have a penalty flag on the field. The Cleveland Browns, I believe, are going to be assessed 5 yards for offside. 7:47 remaining to play in the first quarter. The Browns have driven 55 yards in 9 plays for the go-ahead touchdown.
They made it look easy while they were doing it. A brilliantly directed drive, mixing up his plays by quarterback Bill Nelson. Namath gets all the publicity because he plays in New York about his damaged knees, but Nelson has had one more operation on his knees. His right knee is swollen. It was aspirated yesterday. He is truly an inspirational, I think, athlete.
From the 35-yard line, after the penalty, Cockcroft kicks it off. And he kicks it well. He kicks it deep. He kicks it to knock at the 5. And George gets it back to about the 22. Fumble! New York keeps the ball.
So far, Keith, New York looks terribly tense and tight for a team that won a game in the Super Bowl. They haven't done anything right.
Pete Baroque was the man on the ball to keep possession. George Knock got off to a bad start. He dropped it originally and then had to hurry. And it's at the 22, first and 10 for the Jets. Namath, the quarterback, with Boozer, number 32, and Snell, number 41, set behind him. John Schmidt, the center. That is Matt Snell. Fine run and a great block on the left side by Winston Hill. Matt Snell brings it from the 22. He brings it all the way to the 35 for 13 yards and a first down. Walt Sumner and Mike Howell made the tackle in the secondary for the white-clad Cleveland Browns. That's George Sauer, number 83, coming straight at you. He'll go wide to the left side. Namath to throw. He whips it for Maynard. He's got it at the 49-yard line, despite a great defensive play by Ernie Kellerman. Let's take another look at it with Don Meredith.
I'm hoping to get a shot of Namath going back and doing what he does best, and that's throwing the ball as well as anybody that's ever thrown it under a lot of pressure. If you can watch him get hit, and it was a good clean lick, but the ball was right in between the 1 and the 3.
14 yards on the pass play. New York first down, their own 49-yard line. Emerson Boozer, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Gregory Submarini going underneath the block of Dave Herman to get a hand on the foot, and there is no gain. Big Jim Houston, the middle linebacker, number 82. For the Cleveland Browns, playing at that position for the first time as he starts his 11th season. A veteran from Ohio State, Joe Namath, sets the Jets. Matt Snell in the middle, and Jerry Shirk, the rookie from Oklahoma State, got a piece of him just over the line of scrimmage. They may give his progress to midfield. Walter Johnson, number 71, also helping on the play. 1 yard, third down, 9 coming. And Howard Weeb looks nervous.
Only temporarily. They've been around a long time, and Walt Michaels, a former Brown star, now the Jets defensive coach, up here in the booth next to us, has been sending signals down. They know what's going on. This will be a good ball game.
Third down, 9, New York. Namath to throw. He loops it down for Sauer. It is incomplete. A leaping defensive play by Walt Sumner. And Joe again found the turf here at Municipal Stadium, but bounces right up. So on 3rd and 9, Joe misses, and it brings up a kicking down for the Jets. It'll be Steve O'Neill to kick for New York. Reese Morrison into the ball game as the deep man, along with Sumner, and Walt Sumner calls the fair catch at the 15 to 16-yard line. So, with 4 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the first quarter, you're watching NFL Monday Night Football. With timeout, the score is Cleveland 7, New York nothing. Blanton Collier, the boss man of the Browns, pacing the sideline and talking to his players as they lead in the first quarter with 4 minutes and 37 seconds to play by a score of 7-0, having driven 55 yards in 9 plays for the go-ahead touchdown. The Browns have the ball first and 10 at their own 16-yard line. And they're going to start it right about where second base is normally here at Municipal Stadium, with Leroy Kelly on a sweep. Kelly got a great block from Tafone to open it up for him.
You got an excellent view. What John DeMario, number 65, Bo Scott throws a good number 35, throws a great block. Leroy Kelly on the Cleveland sweep. They just wiped him out. He made a great cut right here, hit back in behind his guard, and everybody blocking for him. Good solid 9 yards.
Second down. And about 1.5 yards for the first down. As we look at Bill Nelson, number 16, quarterback for the Browns. Bill on second down and call it 2 to throw. Whips it out, incomplete. The pass intended for his fullback, Bo Scott, and Ralph Baker, number 51, the linebacker, right there defending for the Jets.
He threw that one a little bit wide. He had plenty of time to throw. Nelson's hit 3 out of 4 for 42 yards. And 1 wide one.
And I think you can tell by now that Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, during football season is a cacophony of sound.
What in the world is that?
I got that from Howard.
Between you and Howard, I'm not going to be able to understand anything you're saying.
Third down and 2 for the Browns from their 19. They've got to go right about the 21, the 26. From the 24-yard line, the ball is given away to Leroy Kelly, trying to go over the top to get the first down, and he may have. It'll be close. He had to go to the 26. They will measure. Along that offensive line, many tested veterans who make that Cleveland offense move. The guards and the tackles, Shafrath and Tafone, are the tackles, and the roar tells you, along with referee Norm Schachter's signal.
Now the Jets have to begin to get worried. They haven't been able to force Cleveland to turn over the football once. Not yet.
3 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the first quarter. NFL Monday Night Football continues from Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. With timeout, our score, Cleveland 7, the New York Jets, nothing. For the Cleveland Browns, number 86, Gary Collins of Maryland. Joe Namath of the New York Jets on the sidelines, watching the New York defensive unit as they try to dig in here and take that ball away from the Cleveland Browns as the Browns lead by a score of 7-0. Collins coming wide to the right. Fair Hooker, fine youngster from Arizona State, who has won the wide receiver job here at Cleveland. Leroy Kelly. He hits from the 26 out across the 30-yard line. Middle linebacker Al Atkinson made the defensive play for the Jets.
He's busting through there, Keith, and oddly they have not been running at the rookie number 84, Mark Lomas. They've been going to the other side.
Here we'll take a double team on Elliott. You see number 77, Dick Shafrath. I don't think there's anybody in football that hits the hole any faster, any quicker than Leroy Kelly. And you get 2 men as Elliott had on him, and I think he did a good job to hold him down to 4 yards.
Second down and 6 for Cleveland at their own 31. Kelly on the sweep, Hickerson in front of him. Al Atkinson, the first man through, to lead the defensive play for the Jets. And that number 22 from his safety position, Jim Hudson, he has had so many knee operations, I don't think he remembers all of them.
That's my partner. Well, I tell you what, he did a fine job of turning that thing back in on a sweep. Defensive back or a linebacker's main responsibility is turn the ball carrier back in, and that's what he did. Atkinson did his job, too, by coming over to Phil to the outside.
Kelly lost a couple of yards back inside the 30 to the 29, where it is 3rd down and 8 for Cleveland. Nelson to throw. Looks for Collins. Pass is incomplete. A penalty flag down. Hudson was there, and Tannen was there, and Collins was there. And you see the indication. Pass interference. We'll look at it again.
A lot of times this will happen when a defensive back gets a little too aggressive. These guys are certainly aware of Collins' ability. You'll see Hudson coming over to help. And there's what you call pass interference.
But the important thing there was Collins beating number 21, Steve Tannen. That's one of the key matchups tonight. On the touchdown play, they had flipped Collins over to the other side. That's why Thomas was the one who got Buffalo.
The interference call gives Cleveland the ball. 1st down and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Nelson throws for Collins. He is tripped. Tannen tripped him, and again an interference call against the New York Jets. So here's the old pro and the rookie. The ball is put down at the New York 38-yard line. So 2 big interference calls here for Cleveland. Joe Namath watching the action. 1 minute and 53 seconds to play in the 1st quarter. Cleveland leading 7-0. The Jets have been penalized 4 times for 54 yards. Nelson to throw. Looks for Hooker. Goes for Milt Morin, the tight end. And he is dragged down by Jim Hudson at the 20-yard line for another Cleveland 1st down.
Well, that's what we talked about before. Morin one-on-one against Hudson with the troubled knees. And so far, Nelson is just chewing that secondary up, picking them apart with every matchup in his favor. Fair Hooker against Earlie Thomas, Gary Collins against Steve Tannen, Milt Morin against Jim Hudson.
Nelson is now 4 for 5 in his passing for 60 yards. And there's Weave Eubank. Collins wide right. Fair Hooker wide left. Fred Hoagland, the Cleveland center, stands up. And now the clock rolls as Nelson steps in at quarterback. Bill gives it to Bo Scott. A super block by Hoagland, the center, out in the flat. It is Cleveland's ball. 1st and goal to go inside the New York 5. Scott goes for 16 yards on the play. The Browns now have 9 first downs. Chip Glass, number 83, tight end. We have 2 tight ends in the ball game. Fair Hooker is out. 1st and goal at the 4. It's Kelly. At the flag, he is knocked out of bounds, short of the goal line. Tannen is there, as you see. And so is Hudson.
Let's take a look at, again, the Cleveland sweep. Outstanding job of the Jets defensive line and linebackers to force it as far as they possibly could. He ran out of running room. You see Steve Tannen coming up, and Steve has a reputation of being a real hard-nosed young fella.
With 39 seconds to play in the 1st quarter, Cleveland has the ball, 2nd down and goal, just inside the New York 2.
talking to Nelson before the game. This is actually an audible. He sets in a Brown formation, or the fullback right behind the center. And he did see a gap defense. He had a play called to the strong side, and the audible back to Bo Scott to the weak side. A very good play, obviously.
Don Cockcroft is right on with his second conversion of the first quarter. And with 36 seconds remaining, the Cleveland Browns have moved out in front 14-0. That drive covering 84 yards. Next Monday on ABC NFL Monday Night Football, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Colts from Baltimore, Maryland. And it should be something of a ball game. The Kansas City Chiefs beaten in Minnesota yesterday. The Baltimore Colts got by the San Diego Chargers yesterday, so we look forward to next Monday night, Kansas City at Baltimore. Be watching when the Mod Squad begins a new season of excitement tomorrow night at 7:30, 6:30 Central Time on ABC. Cockcroft kicks off for Cleveland. It goes to Mike Battle at the 1-yard line. He's exciting, isn't he? Joe Jones finally brought him down.
A lot of times you see a kick return that is the blocking is largely responsible for it. I'm going to give Mike Battle a heck of a lot of credit here. A lot of individual effort. They tell me he's got to be the toughest kid anybody knows. He weighs about 170. I don't think he's afraid of darkness himself.
A 38-yard return, first down New York, their 39-yard line. Namath over the middle. The pass is caught by Emerson Boozer. He gets a great block from Dave Herman in the secondary before Kellerman finally comes up to make the tackle for Cleveland. Erich Barnes also on the play. The gain is inside the 50 down to the Cleveland 46-yard line. And we come to the end of the first quarter here in Cleveland with our score. The Browns 14, the New York Jets nothing. This is Keith Jackson along with Howard Cosell and Don Meredith from Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. You're looking at Joe Namath. First down 10 for the New York Jets at the Cleveland 46-yard line. The Browns are leading 14-0. First play of the second quarter, and it's Emerson Boozer banging his way to the 40-yard line, perhaps just inside. Walter Johnson and Jerry Shirk, the defensive tackles, make the play for the Browns.
Up till now, the Jets have had very little chance to move the football. Cleveland ran 18 offensive plays in the first quarter to only 8 for the Jets. And that's what Cleveland wanted to do, play ball control and thus keep the ball away from Joe Namath.
Ball is at the 40-yard line. Second down and a short 4. Namath to throw. Going deep for Sauer, and it is incomplete. Mike Howell, number 34, and Walt Sumner, number 29, there for the Browns.
Beautiful the way that free safety dandy done. Mike Howell from Grambling College helped out Sumner there. That's what they're going to have to do to stop Namath.
You know, Joe mentioned in his pregame comments that this is what Cleveland tries to protect against most of all is the long pass, and there was a containment type defense. I also thought Sumner did a fine job in his area of coverage.
Third down and 4 for the New York Jets at the Cleveland 40-yard line. Snell and Boozer are set behind Namath. Sauer and Maynard are wide, and it's Snell over the left side. Oh, great run, and some equally great blocking on the left side. Roger Finney, number 61, really helped out as he opened the hole for Mr. Snell, and he's down to the 30. That's the first down. We have a penalty flag on the field.
He may have hit a little bit late.
The foul occurring at the point of the ball. It's inside the 30-yard line, which will mean half the distance to the goal line or the 14.5-yard line. Personal foul.
Personal foul called against the Browns.
The officials tonight, headed by Norm Schechter, the referee, Jerry Hart, the umpire, Roy Sonnenberg, the headlinesman, Jack Petty, the line judge, back judges John Fouts, and George Ellis is the field judge. First down, New York. Call it to Cleveland 14, Matt Snell. And Snell running behind Dave Herman is inside the 10 before Sumner gets him. A powerful man, number 41.
It's probably been said many times, but an end sweep is not an end sweep without those guards. And if you don't believe me, ask any running back.
Well, Matt Snell has led the New York Jets in rushing 5 times since he joined them. Second down, New York's ball. Cleveland 9-yard line. Second down and 5. Emerson Boozer was hit by John Garlington at the 7-yard line. The Jets, in order to get a first down, have got to go to just about the 4. It is third down and 3 for New York at the Cleveland 7. That's Snell. He's got the first down. From the end zone, we'll take another look at it.
If he hands the ball to Snell, the outside linebacker that is usually there was out in front of the wide receiver, Don Maynard. Snell made a good cut, just came back through. Actually, it was a man-on-man zone block. Snell just picked his hole, did a fine job picking up the first down.
That's carried 6 times for 36 yards. First and goal to go at the 2 for the Jets. Emerson Boozer, touchdown.
Right now, I want to say that in that drive, the Jets did what Joe Namath told us he was going to do. He was going to keep running right at number 2, Jerry Shirk, the rookie from Oklahoma State. And on that whole drive, Dandy, Don, that's what they did.
Yeah, you know, they tell me they better watch those Shirk, though. He was some sort of a big-time college wrestler. And he is a rookie, and this is what you got to do is check him out. He's got some help in there. They did a direct attack toward him. Let's see if he recovers in this next drive.
Jim Turner will go for the extra point out of George Sauer's hold. He's almost always perfect. 12:07 to play in the first half. You're watching NFL Monday Night Football with timeout. The score now, Cleveland 14, the New York Jets 7. Off for the New York Jets. The Jets driving 61 yards in 8 plays to get on the scoreboard. Cleveland 14, New York 7. Homer Jones, number 85, who came to the Browns in the trade from the New York Giants, is now deep with number 26, Reese Morrison. And here is Jim Hudson's kickoff into the end zone, deep into the end zone, and Reese Morrison will have nothing to do with it. It'll be Cleveland's ball, first and 10 at their own 20.
Good kick by Jim Turner, who today reached substantial agreement on his contract terms with Eubank.
Let's take a look at this touchdown from the end zone. You'll see number 32, Emerson Boozer. The play was designed to give the effect that it was going outside. It's what you'd call an inside trap. You saw the guard pulling. That's a trap block, folks. When he comes across, he's looking to trap somebody. That's hit him from the blind side.
The Cleveland Browns go to the offense, shifting out of the I formation with Bill Nelson, number 16 in there. Number 65 is John DeMarie, the guard. Nelson to throw, gets it away. It's deflected and almost picked off by one of those charging New York defensive linemen. John Elliott, number 80. Berlin Biggs, number 86. Steve Thompson, number 85. And Mark Lomas, the rookie, number 84. All came pouring in.
This will be a testing sequence for the New York Jets, Keith, because they've shown offensive resiliency. They're back in the ball game, but they've got to contain Cleveland, and they haven't yet forced a turnover of the football in this contest.
And the 2 rookies remain at the cornerback positions, number 21, Steve Tannen, and number 45, Early Thomas. Howard, they may be getting their second win about now, though. Let's see what Bill Nelson does. He'll throw it again. He looks for Collins. He throws instead up the middle, intended for Morin. And Al Atkinson and Ralph Baker, the two linebackers, have dropped back, and they pinched him. And the pass is incomplete. Third down and 10 coming up for the Cleveland Browns. They lead 14-7. Nelson now 5 for 8 in his passing for 75 yards. And he threw for one of the touchdowns. 11 minutes and 55 seconds to play in the first half. The Browns scored first on a 55-yard march, 9 plays. With Nelson hit in Collins. And then Bo Scott ran it in from 2 yards to make it 14-0. The Jets came back to drive 61 yards and make it a 14-7 game here in the first half with 11:55 to play. Nelson to throw. Milt Morin wide open. And Morin goes to the 45-yard line, a 25-yard gain. Jim Hudson made the tackle.
These films will show a lot to the other teams coming up to play the Jets.
Let's take a look at it now. You see Steve Tannen, that's on Gary Collins. Collins has taken him deep. There's a fine example of your bump and run. What we didn't see was Milt Morin dragging him behind him. A drag, he went down about 15 yards and cut to the outside. And Hudson had a little bit too much room to cover there. Fine call, fine throw. Nelson was hit hard on that play.
Ball down just shy of the 45-yard line. Penalty flag down immediately from the referee as the handoff is given to Leroy Kelly. And Kelly is rolled out of bounds by Ralph Baker. So the New York Jets defensive captain Al Atkinson will visit with referee Norm Schachter here. Leroy Kelly now coming up to join the conversation, but he is not welcome.
They're probably calling Leroy for illegal motion or moving before the snap. But, you know, there's a guy that just looks like he's moving a lot because he does move so quick. We'll see. That's what the call was, so I guess maybe he was that time. He's awful quick, though, Ref.
Ball is moved back just inside the 40-yard line. First down and 15 for the Browns. The former Trojan from USC, Bill Nelson. Quarterback. Number 43, Fair Hooker, Sun Devil from Arizona State, coming off to the left side. Gary Collins, both wide receivers are to the left side. They give it to Bo Scott, the fullback. And there's no daylight as the New York Jets defensive front four came crashing in, and Verlin Biggs was right there to really mess it up. Howard, Gus Holloman also in the ball game, number 48.
They're defensing the Browns much better on the ground. The point of vulnerability has been, unfortunately, from the Jets' point of view, Jim Hudson because of the damaged knees. It's only a matter of time till Gus Holloman came in there.
Second down and 17 for Cleveland. As Bill Nelson throws for his tight end, Milt Morin.
But Holloman was all over.
He was.
Number 48 is Holloman.
It stands to reason, though. You're going to check Holloman out real quick, see if he can cover.
It'll be third down and 17 for the Cleveland Browns. All back just inside the 39-yard line. Third down, 16. The score is 14-7, and there's Gus Holloman, number 48, who may see a lot of action before this ball game is over, instead of Jim Hudson. It's tough to take that knife 8 times on your knees. Third down, 16, as Nelson goes deep. Verlin Biggs is back, but he gets the pass away to Morin, complete at midfield. Larry Grantham, linebacker, and Holloman make the play for the Jets in the secondary.
But this will be the first turnover, the first time Cleveland's failed to sustain a drive.
It'll be fourth down and 5 yards to go for the Cleveland Browns, and Don Cockcroft is in the ball game to punt. His first punt of the night. The deep men for New York are Mike Battle and Ed Bell. Ed Bell is the little fellow, 160-pounder, and can he go? The kick is away, high, very high. Mike Battle Put the hand up indicating fair catch, takes a bounce back upfield, and Chip Glass, number 83, puts it down. And Chip is run into by one of the Jets. Didn't care much for it, but it'll be New York's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Out front, down on the Jets' 13-yard line.
NFL Monday Night Football will continue from Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, with timeout our score. The Cleveland Browns 14 and the New York Jets 7. Just part of the magic of Joe Namath reflected right there on your television screen. Part of the reason why he is so heralded as a pro football quarterback. And next week when Kansas City plays in Baltimore, we expect to see another great one. Johnny Unitas pass 20 miles in his professional career. Now let's see what the New York Jets can do. 1st and 10 from their 13-yard line. A 14-7 game. Cleveland leading. Boozer and Snell are the setbacks, and they go to Emerson Boozer. He ducks into the middle, and he gets to about the 15.
You know, Namath has passed from Mount Vernon to Sulphur Springs. I never got past Sal Tillickeys.
Big Walter Johnson from Cal State, L.A., number 71. Ron Snido, number 88, in that Cleveland defensive huddle from Oregon. Jerry Shirk is number 72, the young man who is getting his first real taste tonight of professional football. He was a heavyweight wrestling champion at Oklahoma State. Namath to throw on 2nd down and 8. He's got Sauer wide open. Sauer is dumped hard by Kellerman, but he's got the ball for a 1st down.
I think it could be pointed out there's been a lot of talk about what is a zone, and that's when the halfback plays zone. We'll take a look at it here on isolated. You'll see Sauer go to the outside, and Joe throws right in the hole. Kellerman's responsibility on a zone defense, and he's the strong safety, is to keep him from getting deep. So he rolls very deep to the outside with Sumner coming up on the short side. That was a beautifully executed pass.
17 yards on the play. 1st down, New York at their own 32. Namath 3 out of 6 in passing, 46 yards. Joe will throw again. Going deep, down the sideline. Sauer is there. He's got it. New York's ball, 1st down at the Cleveland 28.
All right, let's take another look at it. He comes right back. This time the zone or the flood is over to this side of the field, the wide side. You saw Sauer make a great move to the outside and just get a couple of steps on Walt Sumner. And that's all you need with Joe Willie throwing.
And I want to tell you, number 41, Matt Snell, did some job of pass blocking on number 88, Ron Snido. That made it possible for Namath and the Ultimate to make the throw.
And Howard, Joe told you he'd test the Cleveland secondary on the bomb. He got 40 on that throw. 8 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the 1st half. It's in the 1st half, 8:05 to go. You're watching NFL Monday Night Football with timeout to score. Cleveland 14, New York 7. Joe Namath walking back onto the field and into the huddle after a brief conference with his coach, Weeb Eubank. We have a change in the Cleveland secondary. Freddie Summers, a 2-year man from Wake Forest, number 20, is now in the secondary. The New York Jets have the football, 1st and 10, at the Cleveland 28-yard line. The Browns are leading 14-7 with 8:05 to go in the 1st half. Namath to throw. Over the middle for Sauer. And a great defensive play by Walt Sumner saved a touchdown. Walt angry because he thought he might have intercepted.
There's a penalty marker down on that play. And it's going to be a big one against the Jets for offensive holding.
And an angry man. Next Monday night, Kansas City at Baltimore. As you watch NFL Monday Night Football on ABC. The Jets have been penalized 5 times for 69 yards so far in the game. It's 1st down and a half mile. for New York from the Cleveland 49. They give it to Emerson Boozer. Slowed up at the line of scrimmage. Perhaps he made it to the 48. Jack Gregory, the man who will get credit for the tackle. The story on Namath so far in the ball game. The ball is at the Cleveland 48, just outside the 48-yard line. The Jets, in order to get the first down, have got to go to about the 18-yard line. And there's the time remaining in the first half. Summers has left the game now, and Mike Howell has returned at safety for Cleveland. Namath's pass for Maynard. He's got it at the 32, and he is dropped right there by E. Rich Barnes.
Take a look at where Don Maynard's head is just as the ball gets there. The ball was thrown way before he turned. And this is the timing. Erich Barnes is a veteran that's been in the league for several years, but this is the type of timing between a quarterback and a receiver that just really can't be stopped. An excellent throw and an excellent catch.
It is third down and 14 yards to go for the New York Jets at the Cleveland Browns 32-yard line. Emerson Boozer. John Garlington finally runs him down, and what a run by number 32.
And what a superb individual effort, and what a call with Weave Eubank probably responsible. He likes to use that kind of call on third down and long yardage. It's a surprise, even as Paul Brown used it to spring Jesse Phillips loose for 76 yards yesterday on Cincinnati's behalf against Oakland.
Boozer picked up 15 yards on the play. 1 yard more than the Jets needed for the first down. They now have the ball, first and 10 at the Cleveland 17-yard line. The clock shows 6:16. Let's listen to the call by Namath. Matt Snell in the middle. Penalty flag slips right into the pile as Matt is stacked up at about the 16-yard line by Jerry Shirk, number 72. And it's going to go against the Jets. Offensive holding. The ball is back at the 31-yard line.
The yardage and penalties against both teams.
90 yards so far for the Jets. First down. Namath will throw it. He goes deep for Sauer. It's intercepted by Sumner. Walt Sumner brings it back, intercepting at the 9-yard line, and he brings it all the way back to the 40.
This is a great move by Sumner. He was right with Sauer. He didn't go with Sauer's inside fake. The ball was a little bit overthrown. Look at him. He went up about 3 feet over Sauer. And he knows what to do with it when he catches that ball. You're going to see Dave Herman get a pretty good shot, number 67. But I imagine he feels like it's worth it.
Two-year man from Florida State, Walt Sumner, with a big defensive play for the Cleveland Browns. And the Browns have the ball. Homer Jones, number 85, is wide to the left side as Bill Nelson gives the ball to Leroy Kelly. And Kelly is caught around the ankles by linebacker Larry Grantham.
Good play by John Elliott that last time as he knocked off the leading guards, messed up the play in the backfield.
And once again, a testing sequence for the Jets defense because the Jets were really moving. They're back in the ball game. They were threatening, figured to get at the very least a field goal, then had the interception.
Kelly lost 2 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 12 from the 38-yard line for Cleveland. This time, Homer Jones and Fair Hooker, the wide receivers, are both on the right side. Bill Nelson gives instead on the short side to Leroy Kelly, and Kelly cannot do a thing as Larry Grantham is right there to nail him down with Elliott and Biggs helping out.
And Early Thomas, if I might add, Keith, number 45, the rookie, playing up tight and turning that back, as John Meredith described earlier.
Let's watch the defensive rush here. We'll get a good idea of how strong Verlin Biggs and Larry Grantham are. And they fended off some pretty good-sized fellas to get back there. Grantham is recognized throughout the league as, and there's Early Thomas coming in to kind of seal things up. Grantham is probably the most active, or one of the most active outside linebackers in football.
Well, it's 3rd down and 16 for Cleveland, just outside their 34-yard line. Bill Nelson to throw under the rush, gets his pass away, and Fair Hooker, in a battle with Steve Tannen and a penalty flag, goes into the air in a hurry.
I think this one is against the offensive player, Fair Hooker. He was pushing off on Tannen, I think.
Here's Fair Hooker. You see him. Yeah. There's old Fair Hooker right there.
But up in the middle of the line, there was defensive holding, and it's an automatic 1st down for the Cleveland Browns.
I'm glad there was defensive holding because I didn't see any offensive interference.
Ball is outside the 38-yard line.
So far, these penalties are incredible. 95 yards against the Jets, 15 against the Cleveland Browns.
4 minutes to play in the first half as Nelson goes to throw. Wants to go deep. He's got Hooker wide open, and it's a little bit too long. He had Holloman, and Tannen beat Cole. So Bill Nelson, reaching for the long one for the first time tonight, almost had one. Bill now 7 for 12 in his passing for 117 yards. You know, Homer Jones came over here to Cleveland. Everybody thought he would just step into a wide receiver job, but this young man from Arizona State had other things on his mind, and he took the starting job. There you see the time remaining in the first half. The Browns leading by a score of 14-7. 2nd down and 10, Cleveland from their own 38. Nelson under the rush. Gets his pass away. It is incomplete. Intended for Fair Hooker. And coming across with a jarring defensive play is the rookie, Steve Tannen.
Let's take a look at John Elliott. As John Elliott's playing off a couple of blockers, reminiscent of Bob Lilly. We used to watch the game films at home. When he makes the move, he's actually going to be the man that forces Nelson to throw, and he still makes the play. Quarterbacks love guys like Elliott.
He's got to be about as quick as any defensive lineman you'll ever see. I think we should also note, too, Howard and I were talking earlier about Bill Nelson had an ear problem. As a matter of fact, he had minor surgery on his ear earlier this week. 3rd down and 10. Cleveland from their own 38. Verlin Biggs has got a shot, and he gets him just as he releases the ball, and the pass is well under the intended target, Milt Morin. So Bill Nelson really took a shot from Verlin Biggs coming from the blind side that time, and Cleveland will have to kick it away.
He's not at all happy about it, but he's not happy with his offensive pass blocking. He's not unhappy with Verlin Biggs, who did what he's supposed to do.
And this Saturday on ABC, NCAA college football, Penn State and Colorado at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and I guarantee you there will be some hitting in that one. They'll play it in Boulder. The deep men for New York. Number 40 is Mike Battle. Number 7 is Ed Bell. Cockcroft's punt. High twisting spiral. Ed Bell calls fair catch at the 23-yard line, and there the Jets will have it. 1st and 10 with 3:38 to play in the first half. Ed Bell, number 7, is a rookie from Idaho State. They list him at 160 pounds and 5'10", but I think that's probably after he puts a couple of rocks in his pocket or right after lunch. But he can really fly. Of course, the Jets are blessed with great speed at virtually every position. Joe Namath sets, and he'll go to work first and 10 from the 23 with Knock and Lee White, the setbacks, and he throws it to Lee White. And a penalty flag is again on the field as White gets the ball across the 30 to the 32. He picked up about 9 yards, but let's watch the penalty.
It appears that it is again against the New York Jets. Dandy Don, the way they're going, they'll be lucky to get off the field with the score the way it is.
The offensive infraction by the New York Jets cost them 15 big yards from the line of scrimmage and moved the football all the way back to the 12-yard line. That's 106 yards now for the Jets as Namath fires for Maynard and gets him at the 29, and Don makes it just outside the 30. Erich Barnes, number 40, on the tackle for Cleveland.
Namath is now using Maynard well on Erich Barnes, who is, as Don pointed out earlier, a veteran, listed at 35 years of age. In the meantime, the Jets have suffered 110 yards in penalties, and the Browns 15 yards.
Two minutes and 35 seconds to play in the first half. It is second down and 2 yards to go for the Jets for the first down as Namath goes quickly to George Sauer, and Sauer skips out of bounds up at the 37, maybe the 38-yard line, and that will be enough for a New York first down. Walt Sumner covering for Cleveland.
It's commonly referred to as a percentage pass. This one is right on the money again. Again, the Cleveland Browns rolled into a zone coverage or a double coverage to the strong side of the field, and Joe read his defense as well and came back to Sauer for a first down.
Namath is now 8 out of 12 in passing for 129 yards. He'll throw it again. Intercepted by Jim Houston, the middle linebacker. And he takes it down to the New York 27-yard line. Pete Lammons brought him down.
A superb play by Houston. There's nobody better at that than he. This is his first year at middle linebacker. He was a corner linebacker, you'll recollect, through the years. This is a great athlete.
And attack to the 27-yard line. First down for the Browns.
The trademark of Cleveland's defense has always been drop deep and let's contain them. That's your middle linebacker that's basically 18 yards deep.
We go back to live action. And from the 27-yard line, 26-yard line, make it. The gain is down to just short of the 25 for about a 1-yard pickup. Al Atkinson and John Elliott on the tackle. And Bill Nelson comes to the sideline to talk with us. Coach, you're watching NFL Monday Night Football with timeout. Our score, the Cleveland Browns 14 and the New York Jets 7. Leroy Kelly has now carried the football 12 times, but he has picked up only 21 yards against the Jets. It is second down and 9 for Cleveland. Ball just outside the New York 25. Bo Scott and Leroy Kelly, 35 and 44, their numbers respectively, are the setbacks behind Bill Nelson. Hickerson and Damari the guards. Nelson, screen pass to Bo Scott. Oh, look at that. Al Atkinson came pouring through there, along with Steve Thompson. And did they ever mess up that attempted screen?
And along with Ralph Baker, number 51. They read it perfectly.
Joe Namath watching from the sidelines. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns are leading 14-7. The loss is all the way back to the 35-yard line, where it'll be third down and 24. Make that third down and 19. Nelson to throw. Pressure's on. He gets his pass away. It is caught by Fairhooker right about the 20-yard line, but that'll be short of the first down. Early Thomas, the rookie cornerback, made the play for the Jets in the secondary. There's the young man that made the catch. And we have another penalty flag back upfield. So let's watch as the officials confer with New York. Looks like the call is against Cleveland. Looks like a major penalty. The Browns are leading 14-7, getting 2 first-quarter touchdowns. The Jets scored in the second quarter. And we have offensive holding against Cleveland, which literally puts them out of field goal range.
You know, Fairhooker's reception is not going to count, but he did do a fine job of coming back to catch an underthrown ball. It was underthrown primarily because Nelson was hit just about the time he released the ball. Isn't Fairhooker a great name?
I pass.
Third down and about 42 yards to go for the Cleveland Browns. The ball is back at their 40. Bill Nelson wants to throw it deep. He throws for Gary Collins, comes back and dropped it. Steve Cannon, the rookie, was whipped on the play as Collins saw the pass was short. But Gary couldn't hold it.
Collins on the outside. Cannon is not playing the bump and run as much as he was. You'll see Collins had him beat. A lot of long receptions are made just like this for a ball being underthrown, and actually Collins should have caught that one. It was not a well-thrown ball. Cannon let him get behind him, and he had his back turned to the quarterback, and he was just trying his best to keep up with him.
Cockroft will punt for Cleveland on 4th down and 42. Mike Battle and Ed Bell are the deep men for the Jets. Good hanging punt. And Ed Bell takes it at the 19-yard line on a fair catch where the Jets will have it first down. 48 seconds to go in the first half. At halftime, Howard Cosell will have highlights from 5 games played yesterday in professional football, the National Football League. And as you know, there were a lot of things to talk about on this Monday morning. Also, be sure to watch Johnny Cash starting a new season Wednesday night with guests Liza Minnelli, Arlo Guthrie, and Ray Charles on ABC. Joe Namath gives it to Matt Snell. And Snell from the 20, up across the 20, maybe the 26-yard line. Walt Sumner made the tackle for Cleveland. The Browns scored twice in the first quarter. Bill Nelson hit Gary Collins for the first touchdown, ending a 55-yard march. Then Bo Scott ran it in to cap an 84-yard drive. In the second quarter, the Jets marched 61 yards and got on the board, and that's where we are, 14-7 with 31 seconds to play in the first half before 80,000 people at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The 13th time the Cleveland Browns have drawn more than 80,000. 13th consecutive time. Each ball club with 2 timeouts remaining. Joe Namath gives to Matt Snell. Snell has a first down as he gets great blocking in the middle of the line, and he goes all the way to the 38-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards on the play. Mike Howell on the tackle for Cleveland. This Saturday on ABC, NCAA college football features the Penn State Nittany Lions against the Colorado Buffaloes at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Penn State undefeated in 32 consecutive games, taking on one of the biggest Colorado teams in recent years. I mean, they're really Buffaloes this year. So watch them Saturday at 4 Eastern Daylight Time here on ABC. Well, Don Meredith, you and Howard Cosell and I, we all had time to sit around and visit and talk with everybody about their game plan. Now, it looks to me like that everybody has been reasonably close to it so far.
I think you're right, Keith. I was thinking as I watched Joe run these last two plays, why did he do that? I don't know why he did it, but it seems to work real well. A lot of times when a guy has one picked off, he's a little hesitant to throw one again. And I bet you he throws one this time.
25 seconds to go on first down and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Namath back. Snideout got a shot at him, but he gets it away just in time, and the pass intended for Emerson Boozer is incomplete.
Snideout got a good shot at him, and he hit him, too.
Joe Namath and the New York Jet quarterbacks were sacked only 16 times in the entire season last year. Only Darryl LaMonica of the Oakland Raiders enjoyed greater success. You don't see Joe Namath down too many times, at least sacked too many times. You see him down a lot, but after the ball is gone. Second down and 10, New York from their own 38. We have 20 seconds to go in the first half. Remember, Howard Cosell will have highlights from 5 National Football League games coming up for you at halftime. Namath to throw. Over the middle, it is caught by tight end Pete Lamons, and a penalty flag is down. The gain to Lamons is going to be close to a first down, out around the 47, 48-yard line. Jim Houston, the linebacker who picked off that pass a few minutes ago, was there to make the play defensively for the Browns. Norm Schachter discussing it with his officials and with the offensive captain of the New York Jets, Joe Namath. Jim Houston, who is the defensive captain there of the Cleveland Browns, standing in the middle of it. So far, the Jets have been penalized 106 yards, the Browns 49. We have offsetting penalties. So the ball stays where it is. We have 14 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball is on the Jets' 48-yard line. The Cleveland Browns at home here in Municipal Stadium against the New York Jets. Both these great teams now members of the American Football Conference. The Jets in the Eastern Division and the Browns in the Central. The first time they have ever played each other. First down, New York at their own 48. Just enough on the pass play to Lamons. The offsetting penalties getting the Jets the first down. Namath to throw. He goes over the middle for Pete Lamons again, and again it's Jim Houston, number 82 in white, right there, the middle linebacker for the Cleveland Browns. He almost had another one.
He sure did. I don't know whether that was a turn-in route or whether actually Lamons was supposed to go to the outside, but whatever he was supposed to do, Houston did what he was supposed to do very well, and that was play the quarterback and react to the throw of the ball. You have a tendency to get a little careless in the last part of a half or the latter part of the ball game. You want to get down the field so badly that sometimes you forget to read all your keys, and certainly the middle linebacker is a big key in the passing game, and especially if you play against Cleveland.
With 10 seconds to play, you have to think that Joe Namath is thinking field goal right now. Get it close enough for Jim Turner, who has great range, and Namath going with a bomb intended for Don Maynard. The pass is thrown out of bounds, but Maynard never really had any hope of getting that one because E. Rich Barnes had him on the ropes all the way. So now we have 4 seconds to play.
Possibly you can see Ernie Kellerman that also came over to cover Maynard on a deep route. Again, I hate to be repetitious, but this is what Cleveland does very well. They hate for you to get deep, and they try to cover both of your outside receivers with 2 men whenever that's possible. And they can do it with the double zone, or they play short and long.
Namath in the first half, 8 for 16 in passing. 4 seconds to go in the first half. Third down, Jets, and 10 from the 48. It's Boozer. Not much. Walter Johnson, number 71, there to get him as the gun tracks ending the first half of play. So it's halftime here at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, with our scoreboard reading. The Cleveland Browns 14 and the New York Jets.
It's halftime at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, with the Cleveland Browns leading the New York Jets by a score of 14-7. And I think you'll agree that it was a good first half. At first, it appeared the game might be a rout. The first two times Cleveland had the ball in the first quarter, Bill Nelson brilliantly engineered two touchdown drives. At first, the Jets couldn't stifle the Browns' ground game, and Nelson quickly mixed it up with passing, and then the Jets came back, so it's 14-7 with a good half ahead of us still. Now we're going to take you into our regular halftime pattern during these Monday night telecasts. Highlights of NFL games provided by NFL Films, highlights of games played the previous weekend. And we want to begin tonight by showing you the Los Angeles Rams against the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Bears against the New York Giants. So let's pick up with the first game in Los Angeles. The powerhouse Los Angeles Rams at the Los Angeles Coliseum, about to take on the Big Red, the St. Louis Cardinals. With the ball, Jim Hart, number 17, the quarterback, trying to mount a passing attack in the early going, being chased down by the irrepressible Deacon Jones, number 75. Now Hart goes to his wide receiver, Davey Williams, who's hit by Maxie Vaughn. It looks good, but the Cards got nowhere in the first half, scoring only 3 points to the Rams 17. Second half kickoff, Jim Bakken for the Cardinals, all the way down to the Rams 2, taken by Alvin Heyman, number 23. And that's all the hole he had to find. Watch him go as he uses his brilliant speed and timing to cut back and go all the way. 98 yards, widely known as one of the best kick returners in football. Heyman's done this so many times. National Football League fans have almost come to expect it. The conversion was good. It's 24-3. Now Hart tries to come back, and he hits Johnny Gilliam, number 44. Gilliam moves on upfield for a 28-yard gain, and you saw the push from Gilliam against number 17, and a little bit of temper out there. Cardinals did pick up a field goal, and still they're trying to come back. Hart looks left, and now he will throw long and right. Number 81, Jackie Smith, the practically perfect tight end, who roars in for the score on 59-yard pass play. But it didn't help the Cardinals. In truth, they were never in the game. Just a minute and 40 seconds to go now. Roman Gabriel spots Jack Snow, number 84, the former Notre Dame great. This is the final touchdown of the game, the extra point good. The Rams 34, the Cardinals 13. Now it's Saturday night at Yankee Stadium. The Giants against the Chicago Bears. The captains shake hands. The Giants get an early lead on a Gogolak field goal, 3-0. Now Gogolak kicks off following the field goal. And this is Cecil Turner of the Bears. That's all the space he's going to need. Watch him go down the sidelines, virtually unchallenged. This is the score that will put the Bears ahead. They make the extra point, and it's their ball game at this moment, 7-3. But quickly, the Giants come back. Number 10, Fran Tarkenton, spotting wide receiver Rich Houston, number 84 at the sidelines. He goes on upfield before he's knocked out of bounds. This is a gain of 35 yards. Now Tarkenton's ready to move in for a score. The fake to a back who goes into the line. The pitch out to Ron Johnson, acquired in the offseason from the Cleveland Browns. Johnson, number 30, scores. The Giants move ahead with the extra point to a 10-7 lead. They dominated the first half. The Bears control the game in the second half. This is the virtual end. Concannon throwing to Dick Gordon, who beats number 20, Scott Eaton. And then again, with the extra point, the Chicago Bears have beaten the New York Football Giants 24-16.